So we're going to be talking about Hurricane Milton insurance companies. It's Tuesday, October 8th. The hurricane hasn't hit Florida yet. We're still a day and a half or 2 days away. But I thought this video is important because the laws have changed in Florida when it comes to hurricanes, when it comes to a lot of property damage claims. And so you need to know this. Your policies are different. And a lot of aspects of the claim, it could end up, and that's why I put here, how you can avoid a complete financial disaster. If you're not savvy enough and understand how these claims are working in 2024 and how these claims with Hurricane Milton are going to operate and how it can have a tremendous financial impact on you, you are missing the boat. Also, I'm going to be covering everything on how you deal with contractors and tarp people and water mitigation and motor mediation and attorneys and public adjusters. I'm going through all this. This is going to give you tips, educate you in the information you need, at least a general idea on all of this, because all of this comes into play with this hurricane. So let's get into this video. My name is Mike Keeler. I'm a licensed public adjuster in the state of Florida. So I'm very familiar with how these hurricane claims work, and I'm going to give you everything that we've learned from Hurricane Ian. Okay, I know a lot of people are apprehensive towards hiring somebody. They don't want to pay the fee, so on and so forth. Again, people, please, I'm stressing this. The laws have changed since Hurricane Ian. The laws do not favor homeowners. There are so many new features in your policy that you're doing yourself a disservice. Obviously, you can handle it whichever way you want. Public adjuster probably should be the first choice. Attorneys now are last resort. I know with Hurricane Ian, a lot of times you're going to find these attorneys that advertise. Let me make something specifically clear here. Okay? Attorney fees are not paid by the insurance company anymore. They will come from your settlement. This isn't, and if there's a lawsuit, they're going to be taking 33, 40%. They can charge whatever they want. You cannot, it would be against my recommendation to hire an attorney right off the bat. You can do it, just know the large amount of fees you will pay from your settlement, a $100,000 settlement, could turn into around only $50,000 to $60,000 for you. Let's talk about insurance companies, what we learned from Ian. Now I'm just going off of Ian because all the other hurricanes and anything that you guys may have went through and how many hurricanes you've been through and if the insurance company paid you, all that stuff is out the window. It's what we call history. So what we're dealing with, insurance companies, and what we learned from Ian, field adjusters are not your friend. They put so many people in bad positions by writing low estimates. Now, either that's them doing it on their own, or the insurance company telling them, irregardless, this is what you're going to be faced with. You will have an underpaid claim, 100%. You will not get close to what you probably should be getting in your claim. Okay? There are currently over 50,000 pending active lawsuits from Hurricane Ian. These are the lessons that we have learned from 2 years ago with Hurricane Ian. Let's talk about water mitigation and motor mediation companies. If you're going to have flood, combination of flood, any water coming in through your roof, laws have changed here several times over the last few years. They will not be shy and will not hesitate from what I am understanding from these companies about putting a lien on your house if the insurance company doesn't pay after 60 days. But Mike, what do? I don't want my house to turn into a mold ball. I get it. But I just want you to know about these contracts and what you're going to be faced with. A lot of these companies are going to be coming door to door. You're going to see them down the block at your neighbors, wherever it might be. What I want you to do is put into their contract that they agree not to put a lien on your house until a claim is resolved with the insurance company. Very simple. Okay? Very simple. If you want to make it even more specific, and that they will not require any type of payment until the claim is completely resolved with the insurance company. So you can add that as well. Okay? Water mitigation companies come in, they dry out your home if it's wet. Mold remediation comes in after. If they suspect that there's mold, do a mold test. The mold remediation puts a little bubble, kind of like ET. Cut out the drywall, spray antimicrobial things everywhere, sprays so that it kills the mold. That's what mold remediation is. All right. Be careful with their contracts. Public adjuster. All right. I would avoid any public adjuster that comes to your home walking door to door. These generally are, for the most part, young, inexperienced, kind of car salesman type, where they say, okay, yeah, you've got your roof, we can get you this, and we can get you this, and we can get you this, and we're going to get you paid, and don't worry. It's not what you want, in my opinion. Do your own research for a good public adjuster. Look for people, recommendations online from sources. There's Facebook groups, right? In certain towns, I know in Cape Coral, my name got brought up there in Cape Coral during Hurricane Ian for people to contact me. Somebody, a former client, put my name and recommended me. Next door, maybe your neighbor is working with a public adjuster. My also advice is if you can get neighbors that you're close with that live down the block to work with one public adjuster, it will make a lot of things work out very, very good. You can all meet at the same time because a lot of this you want to have boom, 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 get done, move on, get everything done, and let them work with the insurance company. So a lot of the same questions are asked. It saves a lot of time for everybody. That's what I did with Ian. I was hired and they brought in a bunch of neighbors and I represented a lot of the neighbors as well. So I found that process to be very good, and it kind of relieved a lot of stress that people were under at the time, and you're able to really help people. Don't forget, like and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos. Tarp service. Now there's a lot of these people that'll come to your door. Maybe roofers recommend them. I've seen charges of Hurricane Ian for a simple tarp. 10, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. Do not sign the contract. If you do sign their contract, put that they will agree to pay, or insurance pays, for a reasonable cost to affix tarp to the roof. Such amount should not exceed $5,000 no matter the size. The cost of such tarp should be based on the size of the roof, because they're going to price gouge. And then once you sign their contract, the insurance company has to kind of take that into consideration and may have to put them on a check. You don't want them on your check. Remember, what may happen this year is what happened to Hurricane Ian. The Army Corps of Engineers, through FEMA, you see these blue roofs? This is what the Army Corps of Engineers was putting on all over Southwest Florida at the time, Cape Coral, Punta Gorda, Rotunda West, and some other areas. Let's talk about the conclusion here. All right, many different services will be coming to your door. Unless it's an absolutely emergency, avoid these type of people, these door-to-door kind of salespeople, trying to get you to sign with them for whatever they're offering. Many contractors are going to be coming from out of state. Be careful with them. Very, very careful. If you have nowhere else to turn, okay, use as a last resort. Insurance companies will not be paying claims. I do not recommend you try to handle a claim yourself. Take it for what it's worth. Okay, continued. Field adjusters for insurance companies have been told and trained not to fully pay the claim. This is what we saw with Ian. I am 100% expecting the same to follow. Prepare for the insurance company to drag us out and want you to get to settle for less down the road. And I am telling you exactly the playbook that the insurance companies are going to do. It's up to you if you want to take my advice or not, but I am telling you their playbook, right? My name is Mike Keeler. I'm a licensed public adjuster here in Florida. I know I'm going to be probably pretty busy with this hurricane. More than happy to help out anybody in Florida who needs my help. If you have any questions too regarding this terrible situation, you can reach me anytime on my cell phone. During Hurricane Ian, I was literally working from like 5 in the morning to 1 in the morning. So I expect that will probably happen again. Here's my email, my website. I can almost be reached at any time, especially during these times. Thanks for watching this video.